Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It feels so good to sit in front of my camera and record because lately I have been shooting just vlogs and it's been such a long time since I shot a makeup tutorial or any look that I had to in front of a camera. So I'm very excited to be being back, and today's video is going to be a makeup recreation look, and I'm going to try and recreate Aishwarya Kaushal's rose gold makeup look. So this is the look I'm gonna try and recreate. I saw the video like multiple times and she's played with a lot of colors, and I am excited and scared to recreate just like the other makeup recreations. So before we start, I would like to quickly say a few things. First of all, I have a slight cold and that's why my voice sounds a little nasal, and I am shooting in Twitchy house. So if you hear any vehicle noise or any background noise, I can't help it because only if I keep the windows open I can get sunlight. I am shooting just with natural light with just one bulb right over there. So I just wanted to clear that, and without any further delay, let's start. So she's going to use two primers. One is the NYX Shine Killing Primer just for her T-zone, and for that I'm going to take the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer, which is also a silicone based. I'm going to use this just on my T-zone, and for the outer parts of her face she's going to use the Becca backlight planning filter, which I have in the mini size. So okay, there was some audio issue, and what I said in the previous clipping was, if you haven't watched my Milani vlog, I will leave a card over here and you can check that out. Is what I said. There was some audio issue and my camera didn't pick up the audio. So I'm done with the first primer, and now for the outer perimeters of the face I'm going to use the Becca backlight planning filter. I'm not going to take a lot because she would have taken only one pump. Since I have the two pump, I'm just going to try and take as much as she took, but not a lot. So, why is it not coming? Oh my god. Yeah, I've taken about that much, close enough to how much she would have taken, and I'm going to use that. I do have a couple of breakouts over here. It has two pimples over here and one over here. But it's okay. I'll try to not apply a lot of makeup in this area. But otherwise we are good to go. Look into, but I have not tried the cream foundation. So for foundation, she's going to use the Cover FX cream foundation, which is like which comes in a compact form, but it's a cream foundation. Since I don't have a cream foundation like that, I'm going to use my same old Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. I do have the Maybelline foundation with me right here, but since the one she uses is full coverage, I think this one will come closer to that. She picks up her foundation with a foundation brush and applies it directly. So I'm going to take my beauty blender, take it directly from my hand and apply it all over my face rather than dotting it all over my face. For concealer, she uses a Smashbox Studio Skin Concealer, and I'm going to use the Elle Girl Pro Concealer. For setting the concealed areas in place, she uses the Benefit Professional Zero Shine Powder, and that is like, that has a tint to it which is similar to her skin tone. I do have the Becca Hydro Mist Powder which has a very translucent effect, But the Maybelline Technique powder is something that has a tint which is slightly darker to my skin tone. I think that will be better for today's tutorial. So she likes to remove the creases from her under eyes first before applying powder. I don't do that. I just do the next step right after applying the concealer. But she removes any creases if at all it's formed. And now I'm going to use a powder, and she uses the pack 282, if I'm right, that's the brush number. Since I don't have a brush to use for powder, I'm going to use the concealer brush from pack. This is the pack 272. I'm going to pick out the powder with this brush and apply it. To set the rest of the face in place, she uses a Sephora compact powder, and I'm going to use the Fit Me compact powder. As you can see, I did my eyebrows off camera and I completed the eye makeup on one eye, and I'm going to do the other eye with you on camera. And she would have used one palette, which is the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. I don't have that, so I'm going to be making do with multiple palettes that I have to get this eye look on the other eye. So for starters, I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Rose in the Air palette. I'm going to pick up this green white shade to set my eyelids in place. With the same brush, I'm going to be picking up this transition shade from the same palette, this one, and I'm going to apply it on the outer 1/3 of the transition and then a little bit into the transition. I'm going to take this blush. I actually got this as a set of 10 from Amazon for 430 rupees or something. I will leave the link of the 10-piece brush in the description box below. I've used around 6 to 7 brushes and I absolutely love them. So please check the link in the description to see these brushes. With the same brush, I'm going to pick this third shade, which is like a kind of brown red shade. This shade is somewhat equivalent to the one that Aishwarya uses in her video. So I'm going to pick that, and she will have shown that she holds her brush from a very far angle. I'm going to hold the brush there and then just intensify the green shade. I'm going back to the first brush which I used earlier. This has no product on, and I'm just going to blend out any harsh edges that this shade has given. Next, with the even smaller brush, I'm going to pick out that color from the Beauty Glazed Gorgeous Me eyeshadow palette, which is similar to the shade called Man Eater from the Huda Beauty palette. I'm going to pick up that shade and apply it over here. Even more smaller brush, I'm going to pick out another shade which is similar to the shade called Boss or Bossy, I'm not sure. So it is this shade over here. I'm going to pick out that shade and apply it just on the crease line, on the transition line. Not everywhere, but just on the crease line. Again, using the same brush, I'm going to pick out a dark brown eyeshadow which comes closer to the shade called Cocoa from the mybountifulpalette. This has a dark brown. I'm going to place it again on the outer 1/3 just to give some darkness to this eye look. So after this step, Aishwarya goes in and applies a concealer and she cuts her crease using her MAC Roll-On by concealer. And to cut my crease, I'm going to use the Elle concealer with a flat shade of brush like this. Now for the fun part, I don't have a palette which has a proper rose gold shade, but I do have a pigment from Mesmereyes makeup. This is from my favorite YouTuber and makeup artist Aishwarya Kaushal. This is her brand. So I have the Elle pigment, which is like a proper rose gold pigment, and I'm going to use this as the lid shade. I'm going to use the pigment as the lid shade. So I'm just going to take a very little amount with my fingers because pigments usually work better with fingers rather than brush. So I'm going to take my index finger and I'm just going to take a little bit from the cap. I'm not going to dig in inside the cup. I'm just going to pick out a very little amount, just about that much. That is more than enough for the crease that I've cut. So I'm just going to take this color and apply it on the concealer. Next, I'm just going to pick out this lilac pink shade here and apply it on just the inner 1/3 of my lids. For the eyeliner, she uses the Sugar Core pencil as the liner, and for wing she uses a liquid liner. But I'm going to be using the Nykaa gel liner for the line, and for the wing I'm going to use the Maybelline colossal eyeliner. I'll do my eyeliner and I'll be right back. For the eyeliner, I try to go as thick and as long as Aishwarya done. And for kajal, she will use the plum kajal, and I'm going to use the Elle eye drama kajal. Moving back to the base, for the bronzer, she would have used the Benefit Hoola bronzer, but I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer. For blush, she uses the Sigma blush. Wait, I'm still using it. Yeah. She uses the Sigma blush, and I'm going to use the Sugar palette and use the blush that comes with it. I think this is Peach Peak, so I'm going to use this. highlighter, she uses the Loreal highlighter, and the one that I have that comes closer to that one from blinding highlighter is the Becca sharpening pore. I'm going to use this in places where she uses a highlighter and also apply it to a point where it blinds you. I hope it's as glowy as her highlighter. And for lipstick, she would have used the Huda Beauty lip liner in the shade Bombshell. And I'm going to use the NYX lip liner in the shade Caviar. And I'm going to add a little bit of the L'Oreal Rouge Signature Liquid Lipstick, just like a tint, to get that pink shade that she would have got. So this is the final makeup look of Aishwarya's recreation. I hope I did justice to her makeup look. This is something that I say in all of my makeup tutorials, all of my makeup recreations especially. So some of you have asked me why I do makeup recreation, and that's because these YouTubers whose makeup look I recreate every month, I absolutely love them. I absolutely just adore them, and they are the reason why I love makeup today. They are the reason why I learned makeup, and they actually taught me, I learned different makeup skills from different people. Like with Aishwarya's look, like I've created now, the eye makeup, the number of colors that she blends out, I hope I blended similarly like how she does. So this is something I learned from her. With Shreya Jain, I learned how to get like a perfect base. With Kaushal, I learned how to get a perfect base again, but with a different makeup technique. So I learned a lot of things from all of these YouTubers, and this is how I want to say thank you to them by recreating one of their looks. So this is something that I will continue to do monthly once. So this is the makeup look. This is the rose gold makeup look that I've come up with today. So if you liked watching this look, please give this video a huge thumbs up, and I will see you again another video. Take care. Bye bye.